Hey you guys, it is Annie and Savannah here, and we just wanted to come on here to bring some great content to you, and we're really excited with some stuff that we're going to be putting together and some virtual classes that we're going to be bringing to you soon.
Yes, so today we really want to focus on some functional movements for you to do at home. In particular, we're going to focus on the posterior chain. Your posterior chain consists of your back, your glutes, your hamstrings, and your calf muscles, okay? And it's very important to have a strong posterior chain to help you avoid injuries when you're doing normal everyday things, like lifting things, pushing furniture, getting even in and out of the car. Sometimes that rotation can be very bothersome and hard for some people. So we want to show you some great exercises that you can do at home. Okay, I'm here with Savannah, and like I said, we're going to show you some basic exercises. I know the back is one of the hardest things to work, and all you really need at home is a resistant band. If you don't have any weights, I'm going to show you some great exercises to use, and you can put this around anything around your house, on a banister post on the inside of your home, on a lamp post, and here I just happened to find a basketball hoop, so I'm going to put this around here. One thing I like to do for back rows to strengthen the rhomboids is to give it a little crisscross to keep it on there. And I'm going to stand back with a nice slight bend in the legs, and I'm going to make that pull. It's just like the back row machine. Okay, so we're going to just pull, squeeze the shoulder blades together, full extension out. I never want the bands to wiggle and be loose. I always want to keep tension on those bands. And look how I make that little rotation with my hands right here and pull. So that's one you can do. I can put that a little bit lower, crisscross again, and keep my elbows high and make a high pull. That's going to get the rear deltoid muscles. So the other thing I want to show you too, with my band, I can do what we call a lawnmower row. So I'm going to just use both handles together and a single arm. I'm going to be in a lunge stance and pull back and squeeze. Other thing I like to do is to add the legs, again working the posterior chain all together. So I'm going to include the back with the glute and hamstring exercise of a squat. So I'm going to keep tension on about hip width high or hip high. Squat with that pull. Squat, stand and pull. One thing I found to do with my band is to work the latissimus dorsi muscles, those lat muscles. So I found something very strong and sturdy to put this on. And if you find something strong and sturdy like this, you can work the back muscles too. So I'm going to make a lat pull like this. I can also do that from the knee.
Alright you guys, so now we're going to show you how you can work some of those glutes and those hamstrings and those quads that we know that we use every single day. Think about as you're sitting in your house and you're sitting in the chair on that comfy sofa that's really broken in, and the doorbell rings and you got to go to the door. So what do you have to do? You got to get up to go to the door. So our very first move that we're going to show you is your simple basic squat. Okay? So we're going to squat it down, making sure we keep that chest up. I can read what's on your chest. You're not looking down, you're looking straight up. You've got those feet pointed forward, and it's as if you are sitting down on that toilet, right?
And your knee and that ankle needs to stay in line. You don't want to push your knee forward, so send your hips back instead. So sending the hips back, down and up. That's going to put all the weight in the glutes and the hamstrings. Your glutes is one of your largest muscle groups, right? So use that to protect your body.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there are ways that you can level up in your squats even. So we could even squat and then kick that leg out, right?
So
we're squat,
outer glute, right.
Working that outer glute, yes.
Making those hips strong.
Can really feel that in there.
Great for balance.
Absolutely. And when we could even add a weight if we wanted to.
Yep.
Where we would take the weights either to our side and squat it down. Again, like Annie said, keeping that chest up, keeping the weight in your heels, pushing that bottom back, keeping that chest up, and then keeping, I always say keep those knees behind that big toe.
Absolutely. In
Or you can
Spanish,
front load.
yeah.
Yes.
Front-loaded squat.
Front-loaded squat, you're gonna bring your weights or whatever you have in front, and then you're gonna squat it down.
And if you don't have weights and you want to try that front-loaded squat, this is called a prisoner squat. So my hands, same concept, my hands are behind my ears and I'm going down and up. So as soon as you put weight in the front of your body, you're kicking in your quadricep muscles a little bit there as well. So the focus shifts forward, the weight shifts differently. So, but keeping that chest tall and lifted, prisoner squat or a front squat with weights.
You guys, now we're going to talk about lunges. Yes, anytime, Annie and I were just talking about, anytime you are leaning on one side of your body and going back into that lunge, you're going to ignite that core, because you got to keep that core strong to keep your balance. That truly is your force. So we're going to show you right now just some alternating lunges.
Yes, and we're going to go in reverse. So that means we're starting, our feet are planted and we're setting a leg back behind us. And if you were to see me from the side, again, that front knee and ankle remain in line as I come up. Okay, so I would take that back, I would drop the back knee and bring it back up. Okay, that's your reverse lunge.
And make sure you're not banging those knees on the ground. You want it probably about 1 inch from the ground. And you, like she said, you want that perfect 90-degree angle. Range of motion is going to really play a factor in this. Some people may be able to get all the way down here, and some of you may be up here. That's okay.
Yes, a half lunge is just as good, is important. So if that's your range of motion, a half lunge, that's okay too. You got to do what you can do at your level, your pace, okay?
Absolutely. So now we're going to level it up, and we're going to add a knee drive with it.
Yeah.
So we're going to take our right leg back, we're going to lunge back, then we're going to bring it up and drive it up. Talk about balance right here.
Yeah, that core, all strength and balance.
Yes.
Really feeling that glute muscle now, aren't we? That standing
Absolutely.
leg.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And that standing leg, that's where you're feeling
Yes,
a lot of the work.
That's where it is.
Okay, and then you can obviously go the other way as well. You can even, if you wanted to, you can add a little plyo to
There
it.
it is. There's
Add
your
that
cardio.
jump. Yes, get that heart racing. Okay, so that's going to be your lunges for that way. We also talked about side lunges.
So side lunge, we're just starting to get feet together, stepping out, sinking into that hip, and bring it back, right? Bring it leg. Just keeping that chest tall and lifted, right?
Again, option to do this with weights. Always an option to
Yes.
level up with some weights. All right, you guys, now we're going to talk about a deadlift. Now, in this deadlift, you want to make sure that you're keeping your back straight and that you're not slumping it or arching it at all. So when you go down in a deadlift, you're going to make sure that you have that slight bend in your knee. Yes, you see Annie's doing it with her band. She's got the band actually wrapped around her hands a little bit to create a little more tension there. And I'm holding some weights. Now, you don't have to go all the way to your toes, do you, Annie?
No, you do not. The key is to at least go below the knees. So Savannah's going to go down. She's pushing those hips back. That's key. And she's coming to about flat back, pushing the hips back, a slight bend in the knee. She's doing it really good. Her technique looks really good. She's going about halfway down this shin, and that's a really good place to be. You do not have to go all the way to the floor on these. You're going to feel that pull right up the hamstring. As you come up, it should be your hamstring muscle lifting you up. So you want to really have a good mind to muscle connection to work the hamstrings there.
And squeeze those glutes right at the top too for that extra little glute exercise right there.
There we go. Good
So
one.
you want to show them the single leg with the other infinity band.
Some of you might only have this little band at home, and you can still do that deadlift with this band. So I'm going to put on one foot, hold it with the opposite leg, and I'm going to do that deadlift and come up the same way. Down.
Perfect.
So from the side, I would look like this, and then it goes down, standing up.
And hey, you're going to feel just as much resistance with those bands as I did with those 10-pound weights.
So this is a good little buy as well.
We are on a mat because you could do it on the ground, but it probably wouldn't be very comfortable. We're going to do bridges because what are we working on? We're working on those glutes and those quads and those hamstrings. And so we want to show you a variation of what you can do. So first and foremost,
The basic
the basic bridge. I'll show y'all from the side. I'm going to lay on the ground, feet flat on the ground, and I'm just gonna bridge up.
Great. And notice her feet are close to her body, to her bottom there, and she's gonna lift, and she's gonna, most of that push is coming from those heels coming up. The big squeeze on those glute muscles, she's gonna feel that.
Yes, you feel that. So, you know, with or without weights or resistance bands, you are going to feel it. So now Annie's gonna show you with that resistance band.
So I have that little one right here. I put it right above my knees, about 2 inches above my knees on my thighs, back like Savannah did. My heels close to my body, hands by my side, lifting up. I can take a little pulse action outward and bring it back down. So it's up, out, in, and down. And if I keep that going, we're gonna feel that burn really good there. And that is also hitting the abductor muscles, the outer thigh and the outer glute.
Absolutely, you're really gonna feel that burn, because I mean, you're targeting so many different muscles in the lower body right there. All right, and next we're gonna show you with my 2 10-pound dumbbells, or you could do one, and I learned a little trick. If the dumbbell is a little bit heavier, you can always roll on your side, put the dumbbell face up, and then roll it over all together, okay? And then when you're done, you can dump it off to the side. All right, but I'm gonna do this with 2 dumbbells, okay? Being a little bit of an overachiever here. And so I'm just gonna shoot straight up. I'm keeping those rested right on that hip bone, and then I'm just going straight up, hold, and down.
Very good.
Okay?
I like how Savannah's toes, I can see them kind of wiggling. That means they're loose on the floor. You should be able to wiggle your toes. That means about 80% of that push is coming from those heels. That's going to activate the glute and hamstring muscle, and especially the glute hamstring muscle tie-in, that one that's right under that area that we need to lift our glutes up, that we like. That's going to really strengthen that part for us too.
Because summertime is coming up, whether we like it or not.
We want those bikini bodies, right?
That's right, that's right. And one more thing we wanted to mention to you, as we were doing lunges, you guys, almost every driveway in the Highlands is like the longest driveway ever, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So do those lunges down and back up your driveway.
Yes,
make it fun.
Exactly, and if they're on a hill, that makes it even better. Lunging up a hill is great. Lunging down a hill, I wouldn't suggest, because it could be hard on the knees. Lunging uphill is great. And even a side lunge, I do a side lunge up my hill by my house where I'm like this and I walk up sideways, or a side squat, I should say a side squat, which is really amazing too. And you can, on those side squat lunges, you can add the band above.
Oh yes, for some extra resistance.
Yes. So get out there and enjoy this beautiful weather. Do some of these exercises outside. Get your kids involved and put together all of these exercises for a great little circuit for yourself.
And on that note, we're gonna add some classes for you guys in the future. So we're gonna give this a try. We're gonna try and shoot for Fridays at 10:30 a.m. Doing some live workouts, virtual training with you. So get excited about that. Tell your friends, tag your friends, let us know what you thought about this video and what you thought about these moves. And yeah, we're excited.
Okay.